Action.
Hello, I'm Jimmy A, and today I'm going to try to show you how to play and sing Silver Bells, a Christmas tune. The thing that I'm showing you is something that's been done to learn how to play pianos ever since people bought pianos and maybe couldn't afford lessons. What they did was they looked over somebody's shoulder and got them to show them what they were doing, and then practiced it over and over again. They call that playing by ear. Well, today I'm going to show you how to play by ear, and at the same time I'm going to explain to you a little bit about why it works and how it works. So Silver Bells is the tune I'm going to play, and now if you watch my hands and listen to my voice, you can learn how to sing and play Silver Bells. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner you hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Strings of streetlights, even stoplights, blink of bright red and green as the shoppers run home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and above all the bustle you hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Soon it will be Christmas Day. So there you have it, Silver Bells. You can just wind that back and play it over and over again. And using the features on YouTube, you can slow it down to 75% or 50%. You just go to the settings button on YouTube and select 75% or 50%. And then scroll it back and play all of it or part of it, and then practice more of it, and then practice over and over again. You play along with it, you can sing along with it to get used to the tune. And when you've gone over it enough times, you will have learned how to play and sing Silver Bell by ear. Now, I'm going to show you what I'm doing, but if this is already enough, you can turn off the rest of the video and not watch the rest of it. But if you want to know what I was doing, why I was doing it, then continue to watch. Silver Bells is a series of lyrics and chord cues. The chord cues are written here above the lyrics. So right when you pronounce the word city on city sidewalks, you play your G chord. Busy sidewalks, you stay with the G chord. Dressed in holidays, not on holidays where you change to the C chord. Then in the air, there's a feeling of Christmas, you change to the D chord on the word air. Again, when you get the word Christmas, you change back to the G chord. This is the way to run through the entire tune. And if you look at this, this is the whole tune from beginning to end. Now, to get started with the tune, it's best to go ahead and play the chords, and in your mind think about the words of the last line of the tune. That will get your mind into the key that you're going to sing it in. Soon it will be Christmas Day. So play the chord, the D, and then the G. Once you've done that, start the tune. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks. And that will get your tune started. Then when you get to the end, play the last line 3 times to end the tune. That tuned very nicely. Now, the next thing I'm going to explain is how I'm playing the chords. Now I'm going to explain how I play Silver Bells. To begin with, I use chord cues on the lyric sheet. This is the lyric sheet, and the chord cues I'm using are for a G chord, a C chord, and a D chord. Those three chords are used over and over again while you play Silver Bells. So all you really need to do is be good at switching between a G chord, a C chord, and a D chord back and forth while you play and sing Silver Bells. The G chord in the beginning is sounded right over the first syllable of the first word, city sidewalks. Then you sound it again over busy sidewalks. Dressed in, now change to the C chord, holiday style. Keep the C chord until you get down to in the air, and on the word air you change to the D chord. Keep it until you get all the way to the word Christmas, and then change to the G chord. You do that throughout the entire number to play the number, changing from one chord to the next. Now, the way that I play these chords is important. When you go onto the internet and ask how to play a G chord on a piano, what they'll probably show you is to play a G, and then a B, and then a D all together to play your G chord. Well, the way I'm playing a G chord in Silver Bells is I'm playing those three notes, but I'm adding a note to it. And that note is another G. This turns it into what I call a block chord. It makes it a larger and a chord that's full. So that's my G chord. When I play when you look up a C chord on the internet, it's going to tell you to play a C, an E, and a G. What I do when I'm playing this C chord is I add another G to it. That turns it into a block chord, and this block chord is a second inversion block chord. You don't need to know that, but what you do need to know is that you're playing two G's, just like you did with the G chord. Only now the middle notes are C and E instead of B and D. So you only really need to change two fingers to get from the G chord over to the C chord. And you could just practice going back and forth like that. G, C, G, C, G, C. Now to play the D chord, I start with the C chord, and I move my hand one key over to the right, one white key over to the right. And then I play a D, but I need an F sharp for the D chord. So instead of playing that white key, I play this black key, F sharp, and then the A here. That's the D chord they'll show you on the internet. I add another A to it down here, turning it into a block chord again. Second inversion block chord. We call it a second inversion block chord because it's using the A, which is the high part of the chord, the fifth of the chord, and we're doubling that down, putting it on the bottom. That makes it from here, like that. That's a second inversion chord. So to go back, I'm playing a G chord, switching to a C chord very easily by keeping my finger on these two keys and moving my middle fingers from B to D over to C and E. So it's a G, a C, a G, a C. And when I want the D, I just shift over one note and lift this finger up to the sharp key to get the D. So I'm going G, C, D. If I want to go backwards, so you need to practice that, making those chords just like that, a G chord, a C chord, and a D chord. And back to the C chord, back to the G chord, until you feel real confident with that. Then the left hand, I'm playing a bass note adding a bass note to it. I've got the low G and the higher G, one octave up. So with my G chord, I've got one G here, another G here, another one here, and another one here. That's 4 Gs. Gives me a nice heavy G sound. And since this tune is played in the key of G, that works very well. Then I add the 2 middle notes, B and D, for a nice big sounding chord. See how nice and big that sounds? Only I don't sound the entire chord at once. I play the left hand, then the right hand. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks. Then I shift to the C chord by lifting my left hand and moving it up to the 2 C's. And moving my 2 fingers over at my right hand, keeping it in the 2 G's. I'm keeping the 2 G's, the thumb and the pinky. And I'm shifting my fingers to the C. So I'm going from the beginning again. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks. Dressed in, I'm going to see holiday style. Now I'm going to shift to my D chord. In the air, there's a feeling, right down to the G of Christmas. Then I'm going to repeat the proceeding, that same proceeding, for children laughing, people passing, and meeting smile after smile. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile, and on every street corner you hear. Now I'm going down to silver bells. So I'm going to use a G and then a C. Silver bells twice. Silver bells, 2 C's. And 1 D. It's Christmas time in the, it's 2 D's and a G. City. And I'm going to repeat that. Ring a lane. Hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. And the whole thing just starts all over again. So that's how it's done with block chords. Now, if your hand isn't big enough to reach from one octave to the next, like from this G to here, then you can still play this, but you just play it using 3 fingers instead of 4. Okay? And 1 finger on the left hand, since you can't reach from G to G, just play one of the G's. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks. Then shift to the C. Dressed in holiday style. Notice I moved the 2 fingers over to get the C chord. I kept the bottom G. So that's a truly second inverted C chord. C, E, and the G at the bottom. And then in the air, move it to the D. Remember, I have to lift this finger to get that black key there, the F. Feeling of Christmas. So that's how you do it. So if your hand isn't big enough, you can use that method to play those chords. And that's pretty much all there is to it. The other thing to remember is that in the beginning, when you're playing the tune, play the chords for the last line of the tune. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Just play those chords, but don't sing it. Think it in your head. Think the soon it will be Christmas Day to play an intro. This will get you into the key of G. It'll sound like this, and then we'll start off at the top. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Now you're ready to start the tune. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks. So see how that gets your mind into the key of G. Then when you get to the very end of the tune, play the last line 3 times to end the tune. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Second time. Soon it will be Christmas Day. And then the last time. Soon it will be Christmas Day. And you can roll this one out just to make it sound nice coming to the end. And that's it. A little bit better how this thing works. The keys on the piano look real complicated because there's so many, there's 88 keys. That's a lot of keys. But actually these 88 keys are repetitions of 12 keys. 12 keys, 12 keys, 12 keys. And the names of the keys are even easier to understand than that, because there are only 8 names for the keys. Goes like this: bottom key, white key at the bottom of the piano, is an A, followed by another white key, B. All the white keys have letter names: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 7 different letters: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So if you count up, or if you spell, if you go the alphabet up to G, that's all the alphabet you need to know. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Because it starts again, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And it starts again, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 7 notes. So that's all you have to know in terms of naming the keys. And that's because the black keys take their names from the white keys. So if I'm on an A in the middle of the piano, I've got a black key in front of it, which I call A sharp because it's in front of the A. Or I can call it B flat because it's behind the B. So it can be called B flat or it can be called A sharp, and it's the same key. A or B. The black key gets its name from the white key. You don't need to know more than that about the keys, because all you're really trying to do is play some chords and sing. And that's about all there is to it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.